Yes, guys, welcome to Building a Business and Esoteric Wealth. So, we live in a financial world, and our ability to make money in the marketplace is directly linked to the lifestyle that we get to live and the amount of freedom that we get to experience. So the work that we do is significant as it takes up such a large part of our life. And this is something that so many people overlook. So when we're looking to create a business, it's wise to build a business around your highest values, so that you can be inspired and fulfilled by the work that you're going to be doing. Okay, if you're going to be spending the biggest portion of your life doing something, then it should bring you inspiration. It should bring you fulfillment. Okay, and there are so many different ways that you can do that. But the first thing is you just got to get clear. What are your true highest values, and then start to build your life and your business around that. Okay, this is one of the literally best things that you can do for yourself. And a good video that is full of timeless wisdoms, around money and around doing something like this is a video. It's an old school video, but it's called The Mastery of Money by Stuart Wilde. It was actually, made back in the 80s, but it was applicable back in the 80s. It's still applicable today, and it's probably still going to be applicable in the next 100 years as well. So if you haven't seen it, it's a bit of a long one, best part of an hour, but definitely well worth the watch because it's going to tie in very, very nicely to what we're talking about here. So esoteric wealth. What is esoteric wealth? So it's designed for the few and not for the masses. Okay, so the majority of people are living life in a very, very different way with a different level of consciousness. So the definition of the word esoteric is intended or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with specialized knowledge or interest. Okay, so it's not for everyone. So what I want to share with you here is more an esoteric way of life and business that is not going to be taught in the mainstream. In the mainstream, it's pretty much go to school, get good grades, go to university, get a job, get a mortgage, get married, retire. Okay, that's the standard way of life. That's not what I'm going to be teaching you here. It's not my way of doing business, and it's not the way that I think people should do business, and it's a very limited way of living your life. But that is what the masses are doing. Okay, but I would like to share a different approach, a slightly different avenue for you. So what I'm going to be talking about more here is coming from a place where you're working on the inner game. You're increasing your personal power and consciousness so that people start to take notice of you and they will start to be drawn towards you. Okay, it would almost be like, you've got this like gravitational pull that just pulls people in. Okay, because when you do start to grow and you do start to evolve, you will begin to transcend those around you and people will begin to see you. Okay, because you knowing yourself on a deeper level, you knowing what your true highest values are, and then you being on this life's mission, this purposeful mission, and then giving yourself permission just to pursue this purpose, to be yourself, people will start to notice you, and they will, I promise you, begin to be drawn to you. Okay, and it's easier now than it's ever been because of social media. Okay, it's so easy to grab the attention of people, and it's so easy to put out a very specific message out there that's very congruent with you, that's very aligned for you, it's very purposeful to you, and people will start to see that. They'll see your personal evolution, they'll see the growth that you're going through, and it will be magnetic. I promise you, I've seen it time and time again. Okay, so when you know yourself, and when you can be yourself, and when you can express yourself, you will naturally become a magnetic force. Okay, let them see your personal development. Let them see your growth, because this is magnetic. People will see it and they will begin to take note, and they will want to be part of it. Okay, and I know this to be true because I've done this work, and even as I launched my business, I started having people gravitate towards me. People telling me, you're different, Shane. You're on a different level. Like, you're not speaking the way that a lot of other people are that are at this stage. Okay, and that became because I was working on the inner game. And that's what you want to do, grow yourself. So you can grow in social leadership. You can set the example for other people, and other people will then start to gravitate towards you. And when you do this, and when they do show up, you need a way to bill them. You need a product or a service that can be paid for in fair exchange. That's literally how simple business is, okay? So you want to create a product that serves people and solves problems, and then create a system for fair exchange. This is literally a win-win. Your product is designed to solve people's problems and to help them achieve their goals. And you've spent a significant amount of time, effort, and probably money in order to get a product that people want. It's clean, it's refined, it's focused, and both creator and consumer benefit from this. This is completely in fair exchange. Okay, so it's not this like dirty way of doing business where you gain and somebody loses. No, the entire business is built around helping other people to achieve goals that they've got for themselves. So when you can create a business this way, all you're literally doing is being yourself and you're getting paid for it. It's such an easy way to do business. It's fucking so much easier than a lot of people give it, imagine or think it will be. All you need to do, keep it simple and do not overcomplicate it. Because if you overcomplicate it, you're going to make one of the most easy and efficient ways to, to serve people, to have an impact in the marketplace, to make good money and to live life on your own terms. So just keep it simple. Don't add any complexity to this. Don't overcomplicate it, because it's only you that's going to, make the journey a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, okay? Too many people do have lopsided information or, ideas about how to do business, when in reality it can be such a simple thing. Do you mean I didn't go to university? I wouldn't, in traditional terms, be classed as a well-educated person because, I left school when I was 16, went straight into work. I've got no degrees, no diplomas, nothing like that. Just went and started working construction, so, working with my hands. So technically, on paper, am I somebody who should be good at business? Well, I'm good at personal development. I learn specific skills, I develop myself as a person, and that's what's serving me well in business. Okay, but what you need to understand is that people are the only species on the planet who have money. So the only place you can get other money, the only place you can get money from is the other people. Okay, you can't go and get money from anyone else other than other people. Okay, so when creating a positive sum business, it's a win-win. The client or the consumer gets a product and they want a product or a service that's going to help them overcome challenges or achieve a goal. Okay, and the business owner is going to get paid for this. That is literally fair exchange. That is literally, money was designed and developed for this specific reason. It's for the exchange between goods and services. Okay, so what you want to do is produce a service, get paid in fair exchange for it. It's a win-win. Your customer gets the results that they're looking for. They overcome the challenges and they achieve the results, and you get paid for that. It's fair, it's fluid, it's service-based, and it will allow you to have a very, very rewarding income that will change the quality of your life. Okay, and all you have to do is just serve people, solve their problems, or help them to move towards a desired outcome that they have of themselves. Really, really is that simple, okay? Because here's the reality. If you can solve a problem or deliver an outcome for just one person, literally just one fucking person, then you can do the exact same for hundreds, thousands, or even millions of people. Okay, because people are people. So if you have something that can deliver a specific outcome or overcome a specific problem, and you can do that for just one person, then you can sell that to hundreds, thousands, or even millions. Okay, so once you understand that, and once you do have a good process in place for helping solve people's problems or achieving outcomes, this becomes very duplicatable. It's very, very scalable. It's very, very lucrative. It's a pretty good fucking way to do life, okay? And it's literally transformed the entire way that I get to live my life and the things that I get to experience, okay? Now, there may be problems that you do not, for yourself specifically, find hard to overcome. So there are just maybe some things that you do, and it's very effortless, but other people that really, really struggle with that. Okay, and to them it's a big problem. They don't know how to overcome it. Okay, they are completely unaware of how to solve it. But to you, it's this really simple thing. Okay, so you just start to become self-aware, where you have natural talents, gifts, skills, or abilities, or just a good understanding of certain things. Start to look back at your own backstory, look at your own journey up until this point, look at the things that you've learned, look at the things that you've overcome, the progresses that you've made in certain areas and overcoming certain challenges that you've had to work through because you've made progress. However, many people are where you used to be and they have just begun their journey, or they've yet to even begin their journey. Okay, so they're still facing the problem, and you could be over here having a solution to that problem, and they would pay for that because people are impatient. We live in a world where instant gratification is a thing. So if you can say, look, I've got this problem, I don't know how to do it, and cool, here's the solution, here's my process of overcoming this, here's my service, here's what it costs, that's fair exchange. And people will just say, cool, take my money, give me the service, because I'm pissed off of struggling with this thing. I just want to move past it, I want to move towards this goal. So what are the things that you have overcome? Now, within these things, there will be a niche. There will be a market for you to serve, a product and a service that you can provide to the marketplace. Okay, there is something that you can do, and there is something that you can charge a service for that would be hugely beneficial to other people. And it may not be that apparent to you right now. It may not be staring you right in the face, but I fucking promise you something's there for you. Okay, there is something that you can do that could, add a significant amount of value to an awful lot of people. And then you can take me for example. I would say that I wasn't, designed for success. Okay, so I'm from a low-income family. I've experienced multiple childhood traumas, different experiences, losing friends, sexual abuse, different things like this. As I mentioned just a moment ago, never been to university, straight into work, 17 years of working in construction. I used drugs and alcohol as a form of escape. It wasn't literally until I was 32 years old that I even started my personal development journey. At 34 years old, I found what my highest values were and my purpose was. I built a business around that. I was able to launch the business in September of 2020. Really keeping my highest values, in mind when I was doing this and what my natural skill sets were. This allowed me to quit my job within 4 months. And then within that first 2 years, I was able to make £300,000 cash collected whilst traveling and pretty much only working about 25 hours a week. Okay, that's the significance here. And I was no longer required to work 40 hours a week. I just do 25 hours a week. I could travel, I could live my life. I was free. I was living my life by my schedule. I lived a life by design, still do. Okay, and that's what I want for each and every person. I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people create a full life of freedom. Business freedom, time freedom, mental freedom, and financial freedom. Okay, that is my mission. But this all started from just learning about myself and then learning the skills that I was able to change my entire life. Okay, because there were certain skills that I was able to couple with what I valued most in life. And when I put that together, that's why I had a successful launch to the business, because what I was doing was congruent to me and the marketplace gave me feedback that I was on the right path. And then creating a life by design, living a life of freedom. I've got time freedom, I've got location freedom, I've got financial freedom. Now I want to help other people do exactly the same thing. I first empowered myself and my own life, and now I'm being able to grow it, and now I can impact many, many other people. At the point of recording this, we've got about 40 clients that we're serving, and I've served over 200 clients in the last 2 and a bit years. Okay, but it all started from me getting clear on my values, building an online business, checking out what my backstory was, getting everything congruent, everything aligned, and then just giving myself permission to go after this. And it's been it's not been hard work. There's been commitment, there's been dedication, there's been, stepping outside of my comfort zone, 100%. Is it hard work? No. I get paid to talk to people. I get paid to help people in an area that I'm good with, and it's very, very fulfilling. It's very, very inspiring. And there is something that you can do that will give you access to this exact same thing. Okay. So all through the power of an online business, everything I've got now, everything I've achieved, everything I just mentioned, all came from starting an online business. Okay. I was living a life where I was deeply unfulfilled, and I knew it was on me to do something to change my situation. Okay, I didn't want to spend the next 35 years of my life just going to work, just going through the motions, just doing something because that's what the norm is. That's what society tells you people that you have to do. Okay, and I knew there was literally millions of other people who were feeling the exact same way as me. Okay, so all I'd done was I packaged together a service that would help people overcome the problems that they were facing so they could achieve the same thing that I was being able to. Okay, it's my life's mission to help at least 10,000 people, as I've said, to create a life of freedom. Okay, that create that absolute dream life. Okay, being able to live life on their terms, doing something that they absolutely love, and that's something that's aligned to them, and it's on a deep and really personal level as well. Because when you've got that, I promise you, it just doesn't feel like work. Okay, so if I can change my life, around 32 years old, and if I can learn the skills and how to package a product or a service together in just 5 months to be able to quit my job, make all of that money, travel the world, then I know it's possible for literally everybody else, because I'm genuinely nothing special. As I said, I've not been designed for success. I just made a decision, I made a commitment, and I just went after it unapologetically. And I believe this is possible for everyone. You just got to make that decision for yourself. You just got to know that you deserve more from your life than what you're currently making, and you just commit to doing whatever it takes to make it happen. Okay, the world we live in has changed. We have opportunities now that other generations never had before us. Okay, so it's time to seize the opportunity and to make your dream life your reality. Okay, because abundance, freedom, fulfillment. It's all on the other side of just making a decision, okay? And if you can do this way, you will have a very seamless and effortless way to not just building a business, but also creating esoteric wealth. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video, go and watch Stuart's video, The Mastery of Money, and it will just really bring this all together. And it's something that will just, I'd imagine, have a pretty profound impact on you the same way as it did for me. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next one.